Love does not die. It only forgets until the moon remembers. This time the moon is watching closely, and she does not forgive easily. 1,000 years has passed. Different groups has formed. Some against the kingdom, some against the crown, and some just to protect what Kim dynasty used to be. And one of those are the Amber Fallback, the last bloodline of Luna Jungkook. Who is the great king? For me, it's Sun. 1,000 years have passed, yet time only adds to the beauty of this empire. Guarded by endless mountain ranges, rivers that travel before meeting the great sea, and the rain that never fall to remind us to fight, just as she do to reach the surface. Everyone is waiting, some patiently, some eagerly. Regalia, the vast empire, cover most of Asia itself includes powerful kingdoms and small packs, but above of all them ruled the King of Hearts, or as the others call him, the King of Kings, a title he claimed after his father, Kim Taeyong, took the crown at the age of 21. Since then, Regalia has witnessed countless wars, changes, and losses. The loss of their Luna, whose voice was never heard, or perhaps the loss of the prince they never cared for. The palace he ruled from the vast, yet abandoned, shattered in darkness. Taeyong never allowed lamps in the corridors or anywhere near him. For 1,000 years he has lived in shadows, waiting for his mate to arrive, so he can finally rest. Tang was never was the king who raised to be. He changed tradition, he changed the future. That is why he now bears the name King of Hearts. Before him, the Kim dynasty only gave birth to a cruel rulers who make Regalia suffer under their great and greed evils. 1,000 years have passed. Every season, every winter feel like the same. Cold, endless, empty. His mate has not come yet. The prophecy say his mate will decide their fate. To end him with a true death or to give him one last chance to live as a mortal man. His red eyes, his long hairs, his lonely throne. Tang is a king everyone fears but no one understands. For he is powerful, yet never complete. Every king has a sword that never leave his side. For Taeyong, it is Min, the great commander Min. His shadow, his shield, his blood. Yoongi is bound by the legacy to serve the crown. No matter what his heart say, silent, ruthless, unbroken, he stands by the king. It was the month of October, and the atmosphere was colder than he should be. It had never happened before. Snowfall in this month of the year. Usually snow would come in the first or second week of December. Snow just started, trees trembling as the flakes slid after from the heaven. Some fall toward the ground, but many drifted, carried by the short, soothing winds. Inside the palace, Tang was sitting by the window, watching the empire that he owned. His eyes were black, his face dim. He was breathing slow, only enough to be called alive. A snowflake stand on the paper in front of him. The parchment had been there for an hour. He had intended to write something, but its hand couldn't move. Cannot hold the brush anymore. The palace was the same, yet the absence of certain people shattered him these days more than ever. A soft knock echoed in the chamber as Taeyong didn't look at the door. Instead, he just nodded. He grabbed the brush to show that he was writing, but he didn't. The door opened and the commander man walked in. With the quiet permission of His Majesty, he kneeled, laying his sword, his power, his all the duty, his respect on the floor in front of His Majesty, bowing low in respect and devotion, Your Majesty. Tan gave only a nod. Yoongi stood, calm as ever. Is the letter ready? Yoongi's voice was low, carrying hidden grief. Tang shook his hand. Not yet. Yoongi nodded in understanding. Silence touch. Taeyong's voice broke it, quiet but heavy. Why? Why is it snowing? It is not the month of December. Yoongi's eyes lifted toward the falling snow outside the window. His gaze was lost, but his answer was firm. Only your highness can help now. It lies with you, my king. Taeyang folded the paper in half. The hand trembled slightly. Why is it always important to call them? Yoongi did not meet his eyes. His head remained bowed. They were your parents, Your Majesty. Taeyang let out a long sigh. That is only the reason they are still living within the borders of Regalia. Yoongi silently took the letter, bowing low, never once showing his back, always keeping his loyalty whole and sacred. It was his way of